Babe, how are you doing?
Oh,
Oh,
Whoa.
I love the computer lady's voice. Okay, I first just want to say it's really crazy, like documentaries and reality TV, because I binge watched 8 episodes of you guys yesterday, so I feel like you're all literally my besties. But you guys don't even know who I am, so it's like really crazy. But I just want to say my favorite part of the show, honestly, isn't the romance. It's like the relationship between the four of you guys. I think it's just like the centralizer of the whole show. It's so cute. So I wanted to start off with the fun question and have you guys describe each other. So we're gonna start off in alphabetical order, but I'm gonna have Ash. How would you describe Kisun in 3 words?
Oh my God. 3 words. The dog has so much to say about Jason. I would say Theo, shut up. I would say funny, gorgeous,
So true.
and she's like just fucking brilliant. Like brilliant.
Yay. And then Kisun, how would you describe Chris in 3 words?
Ooh, Chris. I would describe him as sweet, number one. I don't want to repeat Ash's words, but brilliant obviously comes to mind. And trusting, I would say, number three.
All right, Chris, you're on Reagan.
Reagan, I would describe her as like a self-starter. Like the worst part was I was gonna say brilliant for everyone.
We're all brilliant.
Brilliant, we're all brilliant.
We're all brilliant.
And I would say like creative, like such a creative
Ooh,
thinker. Yeah.
love it. And then Reagan, how would you describe Ash in 3 words?
Ash is superstar boss, kind-hearted.
Love it, guys. Okay, I also have to ask like a kind of serious question. It's like the journalist in me, but I think this was filmed like March 2022, right? So just kind of getting off of COVID-19, and so the show touched on it a little bit with like a little bit of someone who couldn't necessarily make a plane, if you know what I mean. But I wanted to ask, how did filming this right after COVID affect your headspace going into this journey? Again.
It felt like a little bit of lockdown again because we were really only socializing together.
So
I think for me, it coming like it was like kind of like I guess the halfway mark of COVID, I guess you want to call it. I don't know. But for me, I like really kind of started that internal conversation of maybe it's time for a new city, like maybe it's time for change. And so this was like we were all like itching to get on the road with each other and for this experience. But I think if it hadn't been on the heels of COVID, like the thought of leaving New York would have never crossed my mind.
I love it. And then also this show, I mean, you guys have to deal a lot with texting just because of the premise of the show. So we learned a lot about your like pros and cons of how people text each other. So I just wanted to ask, what is like your number one turn off when it comes to texting style? Like what is something that really makes you want to like vomit the way someone texts?
I feel like too much information and too little information. Like both. Like I don't need 5,000 paragraphs. I'd rather you call. And I also don't need like 2-word answers to things because then it feels like you're uninterested. Like there's this medium that I feel like we all agree on that's the proper amount for a text message. And so yeah, I feel like when we were like talking on dates, like they didn't have a lot to say. It was like, what are we doing? You know, or if they overshared, what are we doing? So I don't know you. So yeah.
For me, I really hate like impatience. Like so many guys will text you like a lot of things constantly and like you don't get back to them in 3 hours and then they go all sour grapes. And I'm like, that's you think like you're entitled to my attention and my time just because we're texting and I have a life. So that's I don't know, that's my take with texting.
You son?
I would say, I think like if when I'm texting with a boy, I want you to flirt with me. Like I don't want to actually hear about your day or like hear I want you to flirt with me and send me like
I don't care about you. Tell me
yeah,
I'm
like
pretty.
say cute and funny things that are gonna make me smile and like blush and not be annoyed that I'm just like on the phone texting incessantly.
So true. Regan?
I agree with everyone, honestly. First of all, I love leaving people on red. My favorite thing. But I require that you don't text too much, don't text too little, and you have to keep me engaged. You can't just say like, whoa, or something. It needs to be thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the punctuation, the emojis, it's just like there's a lot going on. But I also want to
I
talk
would
about
like to also add, because I'm old, I think it's really cute when guys use like the semicolon and the parentheses for a smile as like an actual like smiley face emoji, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we like maybe we're in the same generation.
I kind of agree. I think it's cute. I also want to touch, aside from the romance, they kind of have you do like a self-work activity at the beginning of every episode. Like there was the tarot cards, the ice bath, the wedding dresses. I just wanted to ask each of you, which was your favorite one to do?
Well, obviously the wedding dresses. I think everyone felt like I just floated in that gown. I had so much fun.
I loved drawing the dick.
I loved the game that Reagan that you had us do in Seattle. I think that's probably my favorite.
Oh, that's cute.
Also, we all failed that game, FYI.
I know. It was just so fun though. I'm like, I don't remember anything about anyone.
That was a fun game. I think looking back on it, like the ice bath, I think was really cool. Like in the moment while it was happening, we were all like, what the hell is the point of this? But like looking back on it, it was definitely like a cool way to start the entire adventure, because we were, first of all, we got into our bathing suits like the first day of filming, which was like, all right, let's just rip that Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
And second of all, it's like it wasn't an experience that none of us had done before. So that was really cool to like be like having a shared first experience. So I would say the ice bath.
I love it.
Yeah,
And then
it was really cool that ran the ice bath thing. That he was
Oh
like,
my god, yeah, he was
we
awesome.
all felt like a really strong connection. He was just so genuine that it made us like immediately. The ice bath. I agree. Ice bath was my second favorite after the dick.
yay. It's a good starter. You guys also just go on so many dates, which also means a lot of food. So I just want to ask you, what was your favorite meal that you had during this experience, and what city was it in?
If you don't answer appropriately, I'm gonna be really offended.
In Seattle,
So, go ahead.
we had like an amazing home cooked meal.
Thank you.
Like honestly,
Just kidding.
I watched the episode and I was like, damn, that's like some Food Network quality shit. It was so good.
Hey.
It's true. Ash, we had the
Thank you.
grill master and
Thank you.
it was flawless.
Come to my restaurant. Just kidding.
Oh my
Talked about it
gosh.
the other day, but Ash, once we came home to Ash having like a sit down 3-course dinner with they were on like a candlelit.
My girl. That
Like,
Mosey's the love of my
damn it.
life. I don't know if you gathered that from the show.
Gosh.
I think
See-
there was some Sade playing in the background. It was vibe.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love her.
See, the food at the gay bar you want to make is gonna be so good. It's gonna be like
That's true. I was like, Mikey,
Gator
how did
touch!
you know? Honestly, this keeps happening to me. I'm like, how do people know these things? I'm like, I forget that we're on TV and that I said these things and that strangers know them. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I also want to say let's hope this is like another breakthrough show for Max, you know, Euphoria numbers, okay? So let's say it gets a season 2. Which city do you want the next cast to visit the most?
Salt Lake City.
Mm.
I think just like San Diego, my hometown, I think would be interesting.
I was gonna say LA, because I think there is such a harsh difference between LA and New York City, and it's something that's talked about quite often. So it would be kind of funny to see New York trying to date in LA.
It sucks. Just spoiler alert. It's the same but different.
Yeah, I was gonna say LA too. I'm from LA. I would have loved to have gone home and seen my family.
Okay, so also on the love topic, I just want to ask, what's one piece of advice about relationships that you'd say you took away from the show?
I would say taking the ego, trying your best to take the ego out of the whole thing. I think that applies to romantic relationships, friendships, and professional relationships. And I think that's the hardest thing to do naturally, but it's probably the most important.
I like, just being aware of your biases and your type and constantly having that honest conversation with yourself. Is this healthy for me? Or is this just something that I've been doing forever? That's probably like the best thing that I learned in the time I was there.
I learned that it's not, for me, it's not a numbers game. It's not about how many people am I seeing or meeting or going out with. It's really a deep connection that I long for.
I'd say that my lesson was probably just have more fun. I think life is better if you don't take it as seriously.
Yes.
All right, and this is the last question I have for you guys, but what are you most excited for viewers to learn about you during the show?
How much I fucking love my best friends.
But
whatever. That's for me.
That's
Friends,
actually
my family. Honestly, I'm just so excited for people to be like, they love each other. Like that's the plot twist. It is.
So cute.
Well, I'm just excited to be like, yeah, those are my friends. Aren't they cool?
Yeah,
I'm like, I know her.
hot,
Right?
like-
I know her.
100% agreed. I'm so excited to just brag about these three people for the rest of my life, and I'm so happy that this is like where it starts. Yeah.
No,
Excited for everyone to see the looks that we wear.
I mean,
That's
you
true.
especially, come on.
Yeah.
Reagan had the hats were so cute.
Sure.
No, I think this show is such a slay. Your friendship with each other was just so, you could tell it was going to be lifelong throughout the whole show. Like, it was just there. But thank you so much for speaking with me today, and I'm sending nothing but positive energy all your ways.
Oh, thank
Thank you so much.
you.
I appreciate you, Austin.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you, Austin.